Hey everyone, it's Carrie Anderson, and you probably noticed that Amy Jo Johnson is not with me, and that I'm not at a convention, and there's no video game play right now, or anything, and I messed up. Um, I came up to Amy Jo Johnson, and she said she was going to play, and then I lost two-thirds of the whole project, and I am very, very sorry about that. I I'm so frustrated. I wish. Uh, Let me start from the beginning. So, as you guys saw, there's a bunch of videos out where I got a whole bunch of guests: Judith Hogue, Paul Schreier, Jason Narvi, Reiko Chiba, Yuta Mochizuki. They were all really great about it, and I thank them very much for it. And I thank Amy Jo Johnson because she also agreed to come on and play video games. Um, but when I asked her, we were having difficulty of scheduling and asking whether or not to do it, and she decided to say yes. She said yes at the last minute of the convention, and I was like, okay, I'll go ahead and set everything up, and I did. But it turned out she had a flight to get to almost immediately after the convention was done, so everything was done really, really fast paced, as much as we could possibly do. And unfortunately, because of all of that, I did not plug in the microphone all the way into the camera. And so because of that, it created a difficult, it created a awkward connection, which forced it to recognize the microphone but not utilize it completely, which means there's no sound to it. Basically, there's like little, I don't know what you would call this. Stevie, do you really have to scratch right now? The cat is scratching herself. Anyways, the sound just, it's unusable whatsoever. Here's the video footage right here if you want to check out what I could salvage. And unfortunately, the computer I was using to record the footage was just acting really slow that day. Like the previous 2 days, it had been fine, but that particular day, it decided to be very, very slow about starting up any of the programs. So, unfortunately, I just could not get there in time to get it to work fast enough with Amy Jo Johnson's limited amount of playtime. So, unfortunately, this is the best I can do right now, is this little bit of footage here. I'll try and run you through it a little bit. Basically, Amy Jo Johnson came onto the show, and she was in such a hurry she didn't even choose her character. She chose the Red Ranger, played by Steve Cardenas, and she just kind of went into the battle and she started fighting all of the mooks, all the enemies on the screen, and she was using a kick, which, if you know how the game works, that kick is the strong attack, but it also lowers your life as you use it. So she didn't realize that she was at all putting herself in danger, but it didn't matter because it was the first stage, so all of that, she was winning, before she had to leave. So she was only using that one kick and, kicking ass, honestly. We didn't get to talk much, but she did mention she actually had played the game before. And I remember seeing the video. If I can find it, I'll put it up somewhere, maybe up in the card or maybe in the description below. So at the very least, you can see that much. But I also wound up talking to her about Flashpoint, which is the cop show she was on in Canada. It was on CBS for a while in America. And I told her I liked it, but I couldn't keep watching it. It was hard to watch consecutively because the characters of the week wound up being so relatable and so sympathetic that it kind of every episode was just kind of another tug at the heartstring, and it's very hard to watch if you're easily invested in characters. And she mentioned that the writing of the show is actually based on true events that happened in the line of duty of police officers. So it makes it even more so relatable. It makes it even more so emotionally investing to watch Flashpoint. If you like really, really dramatic shows, I highly recommend it. I would not necessarily recommend it to people who like CSI or NCIS or whatever, because this is way more dramatic. It's not so much about the mystery as much as it is about problem solving in the middle of the problem. So it can be very, very daunting to watch these people go through these really, really traumatic moments. Even the cops wind up having some like really traumatic moments. It's a pretty darn good show, I gotta say. We didn't get to talk about it, but there's also 2 projects that Amy Jo Johnson's working on, and I feel like I owe this to her for messing up so bad. She's got 2 projects in the works. The Space Between, I believe it's called. I'll put a link to like the teaser trailer. It just came out recently. And the Has Been, I believe it's called. It's supposed to be a series. Again, it should all be on her YouTube channel. I'll make sure to also put it in her YouTube channel here, because she's working really hard on those projects, and you know, she's a really good actress. I do think, you know, she's got a lot of talent, and now she's trying to do the directorial stuff and the writing stuff. So if you want to check out all that, you know, I'll have that somewhere around here. Yeah, unfortunate. It's so unfortunate. I am really sorry, guys, but the video game itself was signed by Amy Jo Johnson just before she left. She signed it just before she started playing the game. Then we played the game, and again, the game is going to be auctioned off for charity to the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. I know I've been saying the wrong thing each video. I keep saying the Multiple Sclerosis Society of America, but I mean the National Multiple Sclerosis Society. They're really good people. They do a lot of really good work. I'm saying a lot. I hope that's not annoying. I feel so bad. I said again. I feel so bad. I've got a couple things to add on to the Amy Jo Johnson video game as a small bit of an apology. Tamashii Buddies Red Ranger and Pink Ranger from, I believe, Bandai. Let's see, is it Bandai? Tamashii's usually Bandai. Yeah, it's Bandai. So these Tamashii Buddies from Bandai will be auctioned off with the Amy Jo Johnson signed Power Rangers the movie for the Sega Genesis. All of the proceeds are going directly to charity. So you will be able to bid for that on eBay. Link in the description below somewhere. And thanks for watching, guys. I am so sorry that this happened. I didn't want this to happen. I wanted to show you guys a really cool video of Amy Jo Johnson playing, and but to err is human, right? I am sorry. So, yeah, hopefully we can do some more of this. I don't know who, I don't know when, but, you know, if you want to see a little bit more, you know how to do it. You know, just like, comment, subscribe. We got our usual fund me stuff somewhere in there if you want to support us. whatever works for you. Yeah, and I am sorry, guys, but Tamashi buddies, that's a good apology, right? Thanks to my buddy who donated these to go into the charity as well. It was really nice of him to do that, and hopefully this will all be good. But yeah, take care, everybody.